Excuse, wait, the countdown is, we're just practicing, right? Is it practice?
Practice for New Year's, Chris.
Yeah.
Coming up. Actually, your birthday.
My birthday, yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Elyses Summer, who now goes by Lisa De Laurentiis, once during a countdown for New Year's Eve said only 1 more minute till your birthday's over. So now every time I hear the countdown, I always just think of her saying my birthday's over.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Sometimes, in order for things,
Nothing lasts forever?
nothing lasts forever.
I don't know. When we started this show, I thought The Godfather would last every episode with us.
He does.
In our hearts and in our minds?
In our hearts and in our minds. And
Yeah.
sometimes in our eyes. I can see a
You
twinkle.
see a twinkle?
I
The
see
reflection?
I see a twinkle.
I see it in yours too, in those non-prescription lenses.
They're blue blockers, Chris. Light.
Black and blue.
Black and blue.
I don't know about that.
Hmm.
Are we going live today? The countdown was just, I don't know what Ryan was doing over there.
Yeah.
Technical difficulty here today, Ryan? No?
No music? Go live with us.
I think he's trying in here, Ryan. Ryan, when are we going to do a live?
Is it heated up?
No idea what's going on. There's I think everything's very warm here. It's what, Ryan, what's the temperature? Was it? 98 degrees?
Oh. Huh. Yeah,
Everything's going slow today, Ryan.
Interesting.
Everything's going slow.
Interesting. Well, what a day we had at the beach today, huh?
Wonderful day. Took a little break. We're saying goodbye to a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a
Saying goodbye, going away. Right? Oh, we're live?
I don't know why he's gone away. I don't know where he can be. My baby, and I'm the falling.
Baby!
We had a quarrel, and I let myself go. I said so many things he didn't know.
And we're live! Welcome to Quarantine.
With the Chris's.
I'm your host, Chris.
I'm your host, Chris.
And it's a very, very sticky day here today because it's 90 degrees here in the quarantine quarters. But thank you for joining us for a very special times 39 episode.
Is it really 90 degrees in here?
It's 84, but that's lie. It's got to be higher
84
than that.
degrees
I'm
here.
on fire right now. Speaking on fire, thank you. If you are a president, a Tony, or a tipsy woman, we appreciate you guys for joining us today. Quarantine with the Chris's. We do this every day that ends.
And why?
But does not start
That's
Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Eastern
yeah.
time.
That's where we are right
Yeah,
now.
apologies for being a little late today, but Ryan was tanning himself. He's got very nice skin.
Yeah, I think I've seen him over at Trader Joe's, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was he getting?
Cookie butter.
Cookie butter.
Yeah.
Oh, because he just rubs it on himself because it matches,
That's-
fills in the color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's got to find a foundation that fits.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know, is that how foundation works? I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. We Val Mohawk makeup in season 2, which we're in right now, did a makeup tutorial for us, and I guess you didn't learn anything.
No, it's still not.
No.
I haven't learned much, Chris.
Yeah, and also we have a live studio audience today, folks, for the third time ever. Oh, there it is! The godfather of the program, Justin Badgerwazi at the W0Z on Instagram, is unfortunately leaving us.
Sadly, he'll be heading out.
Yep, he's shipping up to Boston with Carissa, his better half, on Tuesday. So Ryan said he went through all the COVID protocols to come to the quarantine quarters, and we'd like to just give him a shout out today.
Woo!
Wow, thank
Come on,
you.
dude, the Christmas rock, man!
We have a special PSA.
Yes, it's the same as every day. Please practice your physical distancing and wear a mask.
I think what he's trying to say is,
Stay the fuck inside!
there you go. Please wear an Evan mask. Stay inside if you can, especially if you're the owner of Sheep Hill Farms. And stay away from each other. If you're across the pond, it's 2 meters. If you're in the continental United States, or even Alaska and Hawaii, or Puerto Rico, it's 6 feet, and 6 feet is much further than you think it is.
6 feet or 6 feet under, Chris.
It could be either. We have no idea what's going to happen. COVID-19 is never going to stop until our moms tell us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep going around the world, though, Chris.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, is that the theme today?
Oh, the theme of the day is all around the world. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, all around the world. We can make time. No? Okay.
I'm not familiar with that Jules Verne verse now.
Okay. You can find us on the podcast network. which is everywhere that podcasts are sold. If you type in Quarantine the Chris's in Google, it'll probably come up. If not, Apple, GeoSavan, iHeartRadio, Google. If you like podcasts, you can find us. It's exactly the same as the show. So if you missed the show and don't want to look at our faces, or maybe you're, on the Peloton bike, or purchasing Peloton stock instead and making more money than losing calories, just like our former guest MS Russo, you can find us all across the podcast network at
Chris's.
QWT
Chris's.
or QWT.
Christian!
There we go. Our community cause all week is Operation Period.
Yes, Operation Period is a grassroots youth-led nonprofit working to create a world where menstruation holds no one back. Founded by Manju Bangalore, Operation Period is dedicated to addressing menstrual inequity by providing advocacy, education, and services to those in need.
Operation Period ensures that every person who menstruates has access to products, facilities, and a bright future for just $3. Shout out to Tipsy Traveler. When Manju was on Tuesday? I don't know what day it is.
Yes.
One day that ended in Y. This week, she donated $3 a month for an entire year to provide someone a month's worth of menstrual products. So shout out to Tipsy Traveler. Can we get a little... Ryan, can you get the studio audience? There we go. We do have to pay the bills.
Yes, today we are sponsored by Turby. Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Perfect.
We're sponsored today by Turby Twist Hair Towel, keeping your hair nice and tight and helping it dry, Chris.
He washes his hair about once a quarantine, so thank God he did it today.
Yeah, wash the hair today. And the great thing is, you don't get no wet hair on the back of the neck.
Ooh.
It's actually it's funny, it's actually keeping me cooler now because my hair is off my neck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That must have been a wonderful gift from possibly a cat mom in Wisconsin.
Yes, a cat mom in Wisconsin. Thank you so much for lending us and gifting us the Turby Towel Twist Hair Twist.
Hair twist. Shout out
Yes.
to Turby Towel. Ryan, can we get our guest on, please?
Yes.
Anyone? No, we're not having the Godfather on. He's too tan for us.
Looking like Brad.
You could never love me again. I can still hear you say we will never break the chain. You don't love me now. You will never love me again. I can still hear you say, Ryan, you could never break the chain, never break the chain.
Well, hello.
Speaking of tan, we have the Tipsy Traveler, Elyse Eisen, on. Thank you for joining us. Are you on a beach somewhere? Where are you?
Does this leather couch look like the beach?
You know what? Anything with America's hottest lawyer just reminds me of relaxation and heat.
Yes.
Fair enough. No, we're actually in Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn.
Sadly, not at the beach.
Oh, the Sunshine State.
I thought it was an island.
Sort of.
No, sort of, kind of. Close to an island.
Part of time.
Part of that.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
thank you, Elyse Eisen at Tipsy Traveler, for joining us today on the program. We haven't seen you all season. I mean, I don't know if this is too forward to say that we both miss you, and possibly your better half even a little more. But what have you been up to this summer?
Working away, luckily, knock on wood. Apparently, even though there is no travel, there's still crisis and crisis communication. So, just getting ready for travel to pick back up, which is keeping us busy, and the real estate PR side, which I know we're going to talk about. But we've gotten a little travel in. We're really just relaxing and trying to enjoy it and being okay with not traveling.
Sure.
I'm not, but
You were just in Hudson Valley, which is, upstate New York. Anything is upstate New York if it's not in New York City, according to my notes.
And it's a big place for Miller to go. He loves it up there.
Oh, Miller? Phil?
Yeah, Miller loves it upstate. How was your trip?
it was a great trip. It was a surprisingly great trip. We were really just looking to get out of the city, like I think a lot of people have been, and it was replacing a much larger trip that we had. So, the pre-excitement wasn't there, but when we got up there, just being in a place that, was a little bit more open than the city, where we were able to go to a bar, where we were able to talk to people a little bit, to watch the Yankee game. Great hat, Chris. I knew that was for me. But just to much I missed it until we got up there and got to do it. I mean, we went to a whiskey tasting, which maybe we wouldn't have done, but just being with another couple and sort of bullshitting with them was so fun. So like those things made it wonderful just to be out.
So human interaction and not just interacting with gummy bears every day was what you're looking for?
I'm telling everybody my secret.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I thought like just having people on in the background of Zoom calling, it equals the same thing as human contact. Is that correct?
No, it's absolutely not correct.
No, not correct at all?
No. I mean, I think, the Zoom meetings, besides just being annoying conference calls with video, I think it's served a purpose at this time, and it's been helpful to get things going, but it has not in any way replaced that human connection. I think, I know we were talking earlier, but there was a report that said Zoom can only satisfy 2 senses, your hearing and your sight, and it really doesn't make up for the face-to-face, where you can really get that sense of someone's body language and sort of that. I mean, even sometimes over the phone can be better because you don't have to be nervous and sort of solve for that. So I think Zoom's been a great tool and we can use it for a lot of things, but I don't think it's going to replace it. And the virtual travel, in my opinion, is bullshit. I'm sorry, if you're not going to the place, you're not going to the place.
Yeah, what is actually the virtual travel? Because, I mean, we're in, obviously, New York right now, according to the Chrises Live, possibly also Los Angeles, but today we are, and you're in Brooklyn as well, but virtual travel, like what, you just go on the computer and look at a beach in like Aruba, Jamaica, who I want to take you?
Yeah. What are your 2 cents on
Yeah,
that?
Bermuda, Bahamas. I think, virtual travel is a good tool to get people inspired to go somewhere. If you're not familiar with a place or if you're nervous about a place or just want to know more, it's the same as being a virtual brochure. It's going to give you some ins and outs. It might give you some of like the hidden gems of things that you didn't know. It could educate you on best time of year and show you the places that you would go see on screen, but I don't think it solves for the smells of a place, the taste of the food. I mean, there's so much of that goes into the overall trip. We were in Istanbul last fall, and just being there, even just standing in the street, we don't have to do anything, but just smelling everything and tasting everything. People know you can't replace that with a computer or with technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like you can't replace an earthquake with computer or technology.
Oh, we just felt one.
I did feel an earthquake, which some people didn't think was a big deal, but I did.
Speaking of shaking things up, what are your thoughts, what are your 2 cents on the indoor dining policies?
Well, cheers. We should be drinking inside all the time, right? Yeah! Ryan.
Woo!
There you go.
Well, for a lot of my friends in the restaurant industry, I'm happy for them because there really hasn't been a good solve for them financially. And even though I don't think this is going to be the solve either, it's a step in the right direction. I personally am not nervous to eat inside. I don't have a need to be on top of people like the restaurants were in the past. And a lot of New York dining is the scene of it all. But I think they have figured out ways, especially with the outdoor and the indoor combination, to make it feel spread out enough that it's, to me, I think it's a good solve while the weather is mild. But we'll see. We'll see what happens when it gets colder and people do either want to pack inside or they have to figure out a better solve with heaters for the outdoor dining. But I'm thrilled for it. I'm ready. I mean, that's a huge part of the city, just going out, running into people. And the amount of people we've run into just by walking to a restaurant has been part of the fun.
Do you anticipate being in the dead of winter in New York with a heat lamp next to you, outdoor dining? Do you think that's going to work?
It's funny. There were so many places that made that an experience before, and people paid for it. I mean, at the Standard in the East Village, they had these yurts where you put on these fur blankets and had fondue, and you had to rent it out by the hour and have these cocktails. And we paid a good amount of money to do it. So I think if you can make it experiential and it's not just these sort of pseudo bubbles or these weird coverings, I think people will do it. I mean, you have to be comfortable. No one's going to go out there to be uncomfortable, but they'll go out there for an experience that they can, put on film or capture on Instagram.
I got an idea. You just take a blanket with arms, and we put Tipsy Traveler on the back of it, and then we sell those to people outdoor dining in New York City, and then we never have to work another day in our life.
Apparently, someone would already buy one. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
A blanket with arms. You heard it here first. What do you think? What do you think, Godfather?
It sounds like a Snuggie.
Sounds like a Snuggie. There you go.
I got the same response here. Who would buy the Tipsy Traveler Snuggie? Oh, all right.
Oh, the Godfather here, our live studio audience said yes. Ryan, no, you're not allowed to drink that. That's for the adults. Sorry about that, Elyse. We're on live with the Tipsy Traveler, Elyse Eisen, who founded her own little PR company. That's called the Snuggie. MS Russo just said sorry for that. We have a Where's Roger from the same woman. She's very thirsty, MS Russo. UQ with a lot of E's. Me, oh God, she's off the rails. Last time we checked in with you, we were hoping travel would open up soon. That was sometime early summer. Soon has come and passed. But how has that affected your business in the PR travel world?
It has started to take a toll. You know, we have seen a lot of bookings for Q4 and holiday, which is great, but it's definitely not recouping the lost revenue for a lot of these places. I think there's still a lot of hope out there, and even though people look at it and it's like the longest, shortest time we've been through, right? It's been this sort of 6-month time that for some of us it feels like it's flown by. Some of us it feels like it's gone forever, and some of it's a mix. But when you're looking at it from their businesses, you know, they have these sort of slow and their like low and high season. So it hasn't killed them completely, but they need to recoup this fast. So, for instance, I have the Renaissance Aruba in Aruba, and now they have a private island with the flamingos, which I'm sure many people are familiar with. And they've done a great job with testing and with sort of implementing just above and beyond the general social distancing. So they put in new elevators. They have a whole system where people are separating with basically everything. They've renovated all of their rooms, so those are brand new. There's a new hotel in Miami. Everything again brand new.
Ooh, Benvenida.
Called the Thesis in Miami, if you're in Coral Gables. But you know, worked with a doctor to make sure that everything was going to be above and beyond, to the point where they, you know, reimagine their outdoor stairs to be another way that people get in and out. It's not an emergency exit anymore. The air filtration is all different. So I think ultimately it's going to make travel better for people, but it's definitely taken a hit. I'm sort of rambling here, but the flip side of this is that people are very eager. Whether it's right now or in the future, people are eager. So there's a lot of places that are doing, 24-hour cancellation, which we could never do before. But they want people to feel comfortable that you're not going to lose all your money if you book it. So like Aruba, for instance, or these work from hotel packages, which I first thought were a little bit of a stunt, but there's all these, resorts now where you can literally go, whether it's you and your family, you in a small work bubble, and you can literally set up shop. Like in Costa Rica, they're offering personal assistance, and the costs are not bad.
That sounds lovely. We would love Ryan. You're done. We're going to Costa Rica
To find a personal assistant?
Yeah.
Or they help
You
you
have
out?
a personal
You get a personal assistant. You get a private villa with a plunge pool for Costa Chameleon hotels.
Ooh.
Totally plugging all my clients here, but it's literally like what I know. But there's all these resorts doing this, and even if you need an office for the day and you don't, want to get a whole workspace, look at these hotels because they're doing day rates. You have a perfectly clean room at your disposal and a desk. But there's a lot of solves to them beyond the regular travel experience, and I think people should really be taking advantage of them. Also, some of them are transitioning the work from hotel into school from hotel for the kiddos. So for your parents that really are sick of doing Zoom school, there's actually someone who will do it for you while you get to go drink out of a coconut in Aruba.
But is there anything better than that?
Babysitters.
Yeah, I'd rather have a babysit. Ryan, you're going to babysit? No? Okay. Well, Elyse, we have, apparently there's a squabble going on in the comments here. A Roger Sucker says, leave me alone, KDM, RS, miss your face. And then this same man, who I'm sure will make grilled cheeses for you every day starting in February, said, I'm in my Snuggie and having a me day.
Would you like to see the person who's having his me day?
I don't want to intrude on his me day.
Yeah,
But if he wants to join it.
Say hello for a quick. All right, Katie, here it is.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that was, you know what?
Everyone likes Roger better. He's so nice.
Wow, if I had an Apple Watch on, I think my heart rate would be through the roof right now.
I can actually feel your pulse. It's going so hard.
That, Ryan,
Yes.
you feel that?
Yes.
But one thing I do want to say about the travel stuff, though, look at this CNN travel guide to the countries that we're able to go to. And I know everyone needs to travel on their own time. I think I said that when we had this conversation however many months ago. But there are countries that are opening up. And if you feel comfortable, it's helping your mental health. It's helping the economy. I know it's limited. I know there's some restrictions, but they're getting better with the testing. Now I know some of these companies are offering you can get the test at home and do it yourself, so you don't have to worry about the whole 48-hour, 72-hour rules. So, they're getting there. It's obviously still changing and a work in progress, but, when you're comfortable, go.
Yeah, but when, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was. Do you foresee these changes that have happened? Do you foresee them continuing to continue offering these was it homeschooling for kids at these
I guess these
resorts?
extra amenities that you
Yes.
normally wouldn't get before COVID-19 came and ravaged the United States because of our inept leadership?
I think for the places that are saying, work from home is going to be indefinite, like the Googles of the world and things like that, I think you're going to see them for at least a long time. I think it's a nice solve for people, especially if you're not comfortable sending your kids to school or you're not comfortable going back to work and you have the option. I know a few of these resorts have seen like pods of coworkers that have come together that have already done this at home. And why don't we just go to Costa Rica for a month and we could do the same thing there? And it sounds extravagant. It sounds like it's going to be this over-the-top price. But when you break down your expenses for wherever you're living already, for the most part, I know that there's a range there, but you really can sort of make it even out and have a nice experience. I also really have been a big believer in travel being an educational piece that isn't implemented enough. And I realize that's a financial cost and not everyone can do that. But at this time, if you're able to give your kids an experience to see another culture, to see how people live beyond this world, especially while our country's in all this chaos, both, with the pandemic and socially, I think it's a great opportunity for them. Let them see the world in a different way. I think they're going to become people that are more, just more empathetic and aware of other cultures, and that it's not just all about us all the time.
Yeah.
Huh.
And
That was my PSA, sorry.
no, that's fine. I mean, Ryan threw something in the teleprompter right now. It could be offensive. I'm not sure. So he said that your hair and nails look wonderful. I guess you're not doing the at-home hair dye and the nail machine from China anymore, are you?
The nails have come back. The hair dye, though, I would like to say, I am still doing. So thank you for that. This is some post-workout hair, to be honest, but that's okay. I mean, it's just black hair dye. Like, if I can't do that, we have a problem. But the nails were done yesterday. That's a fun sound effect.
Well, it's nice you figured out your hair. Last time we checked in, there was a little blue. It's looking perfect this time.
I know, I tried a different brand.
Thank you.
Thank you for remembering that my silver hairs turn blue with the hair dye industry.
Yeah. So what is the brand you go with now?
I forget.
Wow, what a plug.
Wow, good plug right there. You're going to get a lifetime supply there. Roger, going to be rubbing it in for the rest of your life starting Valentine's Day 2021.
I'm sorry, Roger has started to prepare dinner. So
Oh, he's already started to prepare.
the private chef has. No, I'm just kidding.
So now that you've got to escape New York City for a little bit, as you mentioned before, and traveled to the Hudson Valley, were you giving a lot of hugs and handshakes or a bunch of air fives?
Well, I do think that the sort of missed air high five could have been the funny way that we get past this awkward, like, do we hug? Do we do this elbow thing? I'm really not into the elbow thing. I'd rather just be like, hi, but I get it. I'm a hugger, so if people are comfortable, I'll hug, but I sort of let the people decide what they would like to do. I don't impose myself upon them.
Interesting.
Yeah, and we have another hugger here, a live studio audience, Justin Badgerwazi, the Godfather, who also lived in Miami. He's also wearing, he's just dripping of Miami right now.
No hurricanes.
He had a question for you about why you ever left Miami in the first place.
I left Miami because I got a job offer in New York to do travel PR, which I never thought I'd be able to continue after I left Miami. So when the offer came, I had to take it.
Oh, there you go.
Speaking of travel and air travel, do you think that the air high five becomes the new air travel type of like greeting?
I would love that. I would love that to be. First of all, I think it'd just be funny to watch people like purposely miss each other in a high five.
Just everyone's just like slapping children in the face by accident because they go like, oh hey, and like every kid just has a black eye because of your high five misses.
That's the casualty of my entertainment, so be it. But
there you go.
I think people are like longing for something, you know. Even like you go up, it's like almost an innate thing, and maybe it's an East Coast thing. I don't know, or like if you're from the East Coast and you migrate to the West Coast, but like there's a like you just want to hug someone. I haven't seen my mother since February. LJ, if you're watching, I'm coming to hug you.
I haven't seen my mother since Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Going home for the holidays.
Yeah, well, it might be. Might have to make that trip. You had been longing, Elyse Eisen at Tipsy Traveler on the Instagram, to get on a plane again. Last time we talked to you around June or so. Have you gotten on a plane at all during this pandemic?
I'm sorry, can you ask that again? Someone's loudly cooking.
Oh, tell him to feed you more quietly. The long-winded question was, have you been on one of those things that go in the sky that you have a tattoo of right here?
What about it?
Have you been on one during this COVID-19?
I'm dying to. Like, I will go to fly to nowhere. I don't know if anyone has heard about this, but in Thailand, people are flying to nowhere. They're literally getting on a plane, it flies around and lands back in Taiwan. Sorry, not Thailand, Taiwan. Forgive me.
I heard that. So
really,
yeah.
Like, just to get, it's like getting in a car just to drive. I can relate to that.
Yeah, but who enjoys flying that much? Like the process of flying is not. I understand you're the Tipsy Traveler.
It's different in other countries. I've flown to and from Taiwan. Like, it's not the whole deal when you're going through JFK and you have to take off everything and give them like your spleen and then have everything wiped down. It's very different. But I mean, do I want to fly to nowhere? No. And there's a part of me that feels a little guilty about just getting on a plane to get on a plane. But my brother's at the University of Miami now, and every day I look at the flights. I'm like, I could just have dinner with them. Have dinner, come back. I wouldn't have to quarantine.
It's true.
By the way, for people who don't realize the quarantine rules, if you go to a place for less than 24 hours, do not have to quarantine when you come back.
I did not know that.
That also makes no sense at all.
None of this makes sense.
We got a tip here from Ryan and the Godfather, who's our live studio audience. The New York Jets apparently are playing. There's a lot of fist shaking going on here in the audience. Can we get an update here from our sportscaster?
Sam Darnold with like a 50-yard run touchdown.
Well, really? Wow.
Shocking.
You're a Jets fan, aren't you, Elyse?
Yeah, tough. He's the worst.
But you're a Yankee fan, and I think
I'm a huge Yankee fan, but I try so hard to love the Jets, and for a few years we had a couple moments where like there was hope, and now it's just like, why bother?
Yeah. That's why you get tipsy thinking about. I mean, even the Yankees though haven't won since what, 2009?
Yeah, but we keep getting close.
Close. Oh, we had a Vámonos los Doyers in the background.
What do you have?
We had a Vámonos los Doyers. That's Espanol for Go Dodgers.
Yes, it was. I swear the pan is getting louder with the chickens here. I don't really.
We love a
understand.
good sizzle.
Love a good sizzle here.
Can you hear it? I'm sorry for the viewers.
We can't hear the sizzle, Daddy.
I can't hear it.
Okay, they can't hear.
Girl Crush Thursday.
Hey, Pam Wiz, who you may or may not know, who may or may not be on the show tomorrow night, said Girl Crush Thursday. Wow.
GCT.
I live for Pam. I live for Pam's music videos / cocktail creation music videos. I also just love how she's going to say exactly what she thinks and what she wants you to know and just not give up. And I've also learned a ton from Pam on social justice and everything during this pandemic. I actually, she's like my cliff notes of social justice. I don't even have to watch the news or what's going on.
Yep.
Go to Pam.
Pam.
But
Yeah.
that way that's also entertaining and enjoyable. She doesn't like shove it down your throat.
Yeah. At Pam Wiz, you hear it first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And she's got great nails, but
We know that you're a big fan of
seriously,
nails.
one of the best bartenders in New York, hands down. We actually
She must have been a little intoxicated in order to befriend you.
For
So
sure. I think I sort of forced it upon her. I think like we have like this one picture of us behind the bar, and I really like to post it all the time. It's from like 5 years ago. Pam, we need
Another forced friendship.
there you go.
Wow.
She also said,
you know what? I was an only child like until 14, so you learn to like make friends as you had to.
it's true. But now it's a pandemic, so Dr. Fauci said anything goes.
What? I'm sorry.
So now it's a pandemic, so Dr. Fauci said anything goes.
Yeah. I mean, the rules all change, right?
It's true. Someone said it was. Pam said it was mutual admiration, which is why I say how much I love you, Elyse, in all caps.
Wow.
I think that means good.
I think it's an exclamation.
Oh, it's an exclamation.
Yeah. Yeah, why use caps when you can use an exclamation mark? Or why use an exclamation mark when you can use caps?
Yeah, the caps are the exclamation marks of case.
Of case
People
settings.
get really excited and they really want to show it.
Yeah, it's like a suitcase. Yeah, what does your suitcase look like?
My suitcase is the most immaculate thing I own, actually. I have a Delphi suitcase, which if anyone is looking for a suitcase, very reasonably priced. It's not all of the bells and whistles. It does have, if you want, the battery charging component. One of my favorite things about it, it actually has a handle weight. So when you lift it up, if it turns red, it means you're over 50 pounds and you need to take stuff out before you get to the airport. And they make you do that like a jerk, where you're like throwing your clothes around on the floor. That's done. But it's also like it's a hard plastic, but it's malleable. So it's like you can push through it and things like that. But I highly recommend if anyone needs a suitcase. And also Nordstrom's and all these department stores that sell them have sales all the time.
Interesting.
And if you use promo code Tipsy Traveler, you get how much off?
No, there's honestly nothing. I wish that I could fake my own things that I push, but I don't have the energy to fake it, and I really just like what I like passionately, so that's why. But yeah, I think it's a great suitcase. But no, oh my god, there's no suitcase. There's no promo. I can't even think. But my thing. Okay, you want to hear my packing tips? You want that?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Sure. Got it. So I suggest packing a couple times, like laying out what you want, and then looking at it again and being like, do I really need that? Because you don't. I roll everything. I'm a big proponent of the rolling and stuffing things into things. So like if you're packing a hat, put your socks, your underwear, your bathing suits in the hat. It will keep it shape. Put it in your shoes. I know. I hope this is tastes good because we're all hearing it.
Where?
It does smell really good. But like that's, I think, is it smell-o-vision here? If Zoom has the smell-o-vision, it might have better longevity. And yeah, like those are the biggest things. Like you really do start to pack even like the day before and look at it and edit your packing. You're gonna realize you don't need as much as you think you do. I'm also not a huge shoe person. Like I know a lot of girls. When I go to Greece with my girlfriends, they're like, I can pack for 10 days to Europe in a carry-on. If anyone needs packing help, DM me. I would love to help you.
Ooh.
I will absolutely help you.
Packing queen, young and sweet, only 17.
It is somewhat selfish because when you're a carry-on person and you're waiting with people at the checked baggage when you really don't need to, they're sort of like, let's go.
Yeah, like please continue this process a little faster. I mean, if you have like a futuristic Jetson suitcase like you have, that basically tells you what to wear every day, then I think you're fine.
And really, I know everyone thinks like you need to wear a new outfit every day, but once you get to the place, you know, the other thing I do is check with your hotel. Sometimes they'll have clothes donation set up, so I'll bring clothes that I might have planned to donate to Goodwill, and then leave them in the hotel for them to donate. Or things you're going to throw out, like a pair of shoes that's like on their last legs. Bring them while you travel, and then leave them and throw them out. It's a good way to weed out your closet.
I didn't know that.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You're giving your last legs to someone else.
I am giving. Well, usually the shoes. I don't know if people watch this, but they'll tell you if they have people leave stuff in hotels by accident, so they usually do have some type of donation program
always just assumed that the hotel employees would just keep it or give it to someone.
I mean, I don't think everyone just wants your clothes because you left them behind.
Depends on the clothes.
So does
Maybe
that
they do. Maybe they do.
does
The
that
hope
ma-
was that someone who needed them would get
I mean, we live in weird times where people can pay like $1,000 for someone's socks. So anything goes, really.
Yeah. So does you leaving clothes at hotels make up for you taking robes?
Ooh.
Okay, so as a reminder, I don't take the robes. My aunt takes the robes.
Okay.
I don't think it does, yeah. But also, I don't know if anyone has checked the robe prices at hotels recently. They're getting fancier and more expensive. Actually, at the hotel, if you are going to Hudson, William Farmer and Sons is where we stayed. I highly, highly recommend it, especially if you're feeling, unsure about traveling during this time, because it really is no touch. Everything's through a keypad. They will meet you outside and you walk yourself in. There is no housekeeping, so just be prepared, but it was fine. And if you need anything, a concierge will bring it to you. But I say that because their robes were Restoration Hardware and super expensive, so we
Ooh.
didn't steal them. But they were lovely to wear.
Restoration Hardware has robes?
Huh?
Evidently.
Evidently.
Who knew?
You know, they're really branching out during this pandemic.
They were really comfy. I mean, I love a good hotel room. I even made Roger take some pictures in it. She doesn't know that I got.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow.
What are your hair tips? We have this lovely Turby Twist, who is our hair towel sponsor of the day.
Yeah,
Been a big fan of it.
5:40, time to fix our hair, and then
Time-
our sponsor.
Time to fix the hair.
Ah,
But what are your thoughts on towels? Do you take towels for your hair? How do you dry your hair when you're traveling?
I mean, I use the towels that they have there. I don't really take the towels. There's been a few hotels where I'm like, wow, this towel is amazing. I will admit this, I have taken a couple washcloths. I feel like they don't use those badly, and sometimes you just feel like, But don't do that. It's not right. But it's very rare that I'm at a hotel and I'm like, oh my god, this towel is so great. I will tell you the best hotel towel. I actually know it. The Aquilina Resort in Miami, or Sunny Isles, but in Miami. That thing, you could wrap 7 people in that towel. It is the best. I actually did get one promotionally, so I do have one. Did not steal it.
Promotionally. It was
Well,
a
they
5-finger
used to be a
promotional
client.
discount.
It used to be a client of an old friend, so I got one for a friend. But best towel.
Yeah, so
My
you.
mother's funny. She will check the mattresses at hotels to find out what the brand is. She's like, this is comfortable. This is comfortable. She's constantly looking at the mattresses. I don't know if anyone knows. She doesn't steal them.
That would be quite tough to take on an airplane. Does she ask about the mattresses before she gets there?
No.
So
She doesn't really care until she's on it, and it's the best thing she's ever felt.
Huh. I've done that once, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
I've researched mattresses before
No.
going somewhere?
I've stayed at a really nice place, and I really like the mattress, so I took they're gonna take the sheets off anyway, so I took the sheets off when I left, just to check out what the mattress was. That makes sense.
It's not hard.
Yeah.
Just lift it up.
Could you imagine trying to take a mattress from a hotel room? Has that ever been
My cousin
successfully
actually
done?
did that for a movie and got arrested in the city. She was working with Sacha Baron Cohen on a movie, and they had to pretend to steal a mattress, and it was quite difficult, and they got arrested.
Oh, have you seen
You might have been familiar with it. It was Bruno. It was the sequel to for it.
Oh, the sequel.
Bruno.
We hear that the second movie. Are you ready for the second movie that's coming out? Have you seen the trailer?
For what?
For I believe it's Bruno.
The
Too.
Bruno? Beijos para Brazil. Para Brazil. We have some Brazilians actually joining us right now. Oi, tudo bem?
I love Brazil.
Tá ótimo. We're the Tipsy Traveler. She's the #1 travel expert, I think, in Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Where is your favorite place to go in Brazil?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Brazil.
Where's yours?
Brazil.
Brazil. Rogers is Brazil.
Oh.
I don't know. It's hard to have a favorite. That's the hardest question I get. What's the best country? What's the best? Because there's like the best days or the best things of each country. There's places. I almost wish people would phrase it. What's the place you could go to over and over and over again? It doesn't necessarily mean
For me, it's the Copper Tree Mall in Oakland, New Jersey.
I am quite familiar with it.
Rest in peace, Mandy's.
I know. That was a good spot. But the DMV is still there.
Yes, if you want to wait forever, go to the Oakland, New Jersey DMV. What's your favorite spot?
In the world?
Yeah.
My favorite spot's Joshua Tree. Yeah. Or next to The Godfather. Those two places.
Ooh. Next, The Godfather is our live studio audience today for everyone who just joined. Where's your favorite spot in the world?
The whole world?
The whole world.
Miami.
Miami.
What's
The
his
whole
favorite
world,
spot?
Miami?
No, Jersey Shore.
Oh, you got a Jersey Shore.
All right,
Jersey
where
Shore
in
is my
Miami?
favorite
Where's the
as well.
Jersey Shore?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Where in Miami and where in the Jersey Shore?
Where in Miami and where
I
in
live
Jersey?
on 67th and Collins.
67th and Collins is where he lived, but where in Miami is your favorite place?
In my favorite place?
Yeah.
Shuckers Bar and Grill.
Shuckers Bar and Grill. Are you familiar with Shuckers?
She looks like she's familiar with
She's
it.
like, I know.
Shuckers.
She knows. She
I
knows.
just well said Monty's.
Monty's.
Okay, yeah, that's cool too.
Yeah, it says
I don't hate it, but Jersey Shore would be where I would bury me in the Jersey Shore. You know?
Belmont?
No, Seaside. Right
Seaside.
Where, you know that that roller coaster fell in the water?
Yeah.
I want to have a Viking funeral right there.
Viking funeral where the roller coaster fell.
And on that pier, Casino Pier.
Yeah.
You know what? There's something for everyone in this world.
Wow.
That's true. And speaking of something for everyone, Elyse Eisen at Tipsy Traveler on Instagram, live in Brooklyn right now as QWTChrises are live in Los Angeles, where we're still not allowed to do anything here because everything's closed. But what are you looking forward to either seeing or doing or even possibly traveling through the end of the year? It is October 1st somehow, so we got 3 more months before the year's over. 2021 is our year, by the way. But what are you looking forward to doing the last 3 months of the year?
This is going to sound so cheesy and cliche. I'm so excited for the holidays where I feel like I'm going to force my family to get together. We're supposed to, I'm sure people are going to have a comment about this, but we're going to Mexico the first week of December. We have a place down there, so the family, we're going to go there. It's one of the places open to Americans without any restrictions, just as an FYI. But I haven't been with my family, and we just had the Jewish holidays, and I never loved the Jewish holidays, but it's the tradition of it all, and I just want to be with everybody in the same room.
Because you don't want to atone for all your sins, you just want to be with people.
Oh, I atone, baby. That's
Oof.
Let me tell you something. But, I'm excited to travel. I'm happy to. I just really want that. Just want everybody in the same room. And then I want, world peace, and then Italy.
There you go.
Wow.
All right, you
What
know
a
what?
balance.
Yeah, Ryan, can we get I Atone Baby on a t-shirt, please?
We had 2 weddings this year that were pushed to next year, one in Florence and one in Athens. So those will, hopefully, knock on what happened next year. Those will be
We have a question from the audience.
A question from the studio audience here. Our 3rd ever studio audience here, according to the Chris's. Yes, sir? You have the mic.
What kind of friends do you have that they're getting married in 2 of the craziest places?
You mean before COVID that they were?
Yeah, they're able to get married in Greece.
he wants to. I think what
wants
he's
to
trying
know,
to say is how
hang out
does he
there.
infiltrate your friend circle? He is moving to Boston on Tuesday, leaving us in LA. He's from North Haledon. He used to have a tanning package, a blowout, and something illegal to enhance his football career. But he's moving to Boston, and he wants to get part of your friend circle, as Boston and New York are just a train ride away.
They are a train ride away. You're moving just as it's going to get cold here. I feel for you. My friends so the friend who's getting married in Athens is Greek, so there's that. But being into travel, a travel publicist, I've surrounded myself with people who also want to travel. So these are girls I've been traveling with to Greece and throughout Europe for the last maybe 7 or 8 years. And the friend who's getting married in Florence is just always, wanted to have this destination wedding. So we're gonna do it. I mean, trust me, my family wasn't 500 people when we get engaged. I would do it too, but I can't.
You know, if your lovely boyfriend who's making I'm sure he actually raised the chicken in the backyard, just beheaded it and is cooking it fresh in that pan right now. I think if he liked it, then he would have put a ring on it. Right?
I know,
Or
he doesn't
put a
like
napkin
it.
under it.
That's enough, huh?
Or sorry, I think that cut out there. What'd you say?
Or he would put a napkin under
I
it.
would put a napkin under it.
You know, listen, we're moving in together one step at a time. Everybody.
Wait, what?
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 What? Worldwide exclusive, the Tipsy Traveler is no longer solo living. All the women who independent, throw your hands up at me.
Where
are you- where-
12 years and loved it.
So where after 12 years of living in your own little socially distanced bubble with yourself, where are you moving to?
We'll probably be in Brooklyn.
Yay!
Yeah!
Wow!
Woo!
One of the New Yorkers that wants a car after all this. We rented a car. By the way, one pro tip, and when I post my my Hudson Valley itinerary, you'll see this. But for people who are trying to leave the city, who are headed up that way, take the train to White Plains North and rent a car at the Hertz there. You can get it a Jeep for under $200 for 4 days.
Tipsy Traveler, who gave you that travel tip?
Okay, go cook the chicken. So, no, I love you more. But Roger had this tip, and but it's honest. So we drove this Jeep, and we had the best time. And I was like, I need a car. I need to just be able to get out and go and do all that. So Brooklyn makes the most sense because we can get space. I need an office, and then we can park a car here for free. That's the reason.
No, that makes sense.
What a tip.
Yeah, and Bora Brazil, I think I don't know what time it is there. Boa noite, maybe, if it's nighttime. Bom dia, if it's daytime there in Brazil. Thank you for joining us. Bom dia, sure. Amo você. I love you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud of your Portuguese.
I know as much as a 5-year-old child knows. I know suco, cajo, something bad that I can't say on air, as we're a kids program here sometimes. That's all I know.
Well, that's why people should take their kids and travel during this time so that they can learn.
So they can learn other languages.
There you go.
I'm sure there's parents out there that are like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we really don't. We don't have kids.
We don't have
But
kids.
sometimes it takes an outsider's perspective to shine light into one situation.
I honestly admire the parents at this time. I honestly do. I really am giving credit to everybody who has to navigate this well. Your sole responsibility is not only like keeping someone alive, but like raising good people. So
Yeah.
you know, if I could create a package for the parents for all my travel clients, I would do it in a heartbeat. Like once this is over, the parents get a trip. I just feel like they deserve it more than everybody.
That's probably true.
That makes sense,
That would be wonderful. I'm sure out of all the times as someone in their mid-30s to not have a child, I appreciate not having one right now.
Yeah.
We do discuss that often, and you know, I've had a lot of friends who have had babies during this time, and it's been an interesting ride for them, and they've all navigated it so gracefully. But you know, the parents who have the kids that they have to do the Zoom school, the parents who have those kids, and then they just had a baby. The parents who are stuck at home with their teenagers, and if they were as sassy as I was, God bless you.
Yeah. My favorite thing about not having kids is not having to share the inflatable animals that we
Ooh,
own. Yes.
Yeah. Especially in a pool
I understand.
setting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand.
What is your favorite food to have in the pool or drink?
My favorite drink in the pool is probably tequila.
Tequila with a side of pancakes?
I do love pancakes in the pool. I'm not allowed to eat them in the pool anymore because I dropped them in my dad's pool. So you can't.
So no
But
chlorine
I do
pancakes
like
for you
that.
anymore.
I like having things that aren't supposed to be in a place. Like I like to break the rules in that way. If it's not supposed to be there, I like to put it there. Sounds terrible. But yeah, so there's something about a pool and a tequila on the rocks. Casa Dragones is my go-to tequila. And then snack in the pool, Haribo gummy bears. If you drop them, it's okay. You can get it, and they'll still be okay to eat.
Do they float?
They don't.
They don't float.
They're sinkers.
Someone said, speak Brazilian more. That's basically out. Boa noite, bom dia, obrigado for joining us today, Brazil. We appreciate you. And a Tipsy Traveler. Ryan just put on the light as he said that our time is coming to an end here, sadly. But Elyse, we've been asking you a lot of questions today. Do you, or I should say, does your better half have any questions for the Chris's?
Well, do you have any questions for the Chris's? Okay, I do. When are you going home to see your mothers?
It's my mother's 60th birthday coming up.
When?
Wow.
It's it, but I'll be seeing her before then.
Oh.
For the holidays, probably sometime in the holidays.
Sometime in...
Between now and next December.
Next December?
Yeah.
Between now and next December.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a wide range. Sounds good.
Hopefully the holidays this year. It's October 1st somehow, so we probably should get on that. But hopefully sometime this year, and probably stay in New Jersey for a little bit. Might have to take the show on the road.
Oh wow.
Yay! You might have to come to hang out with us.
We might have to.
Hold on, wait. Roger has a question.
I have a question.
Okay, Roger.
What bothers you the most about the other Chris?
Oh, it's a very heated question.
Ooh.
I could probably answer. We probably can answer for each other.
We probably could.
We've been together.
We'll answer for each other. I'll let you go first.
I would probably say the thing that bothers one the most about myself is probably communication and consistency and accountability. So I think that's three things in one.
You guys are totally married.
I would say what bothers my colleague here, Christopher Joseph, the most about me is my abrasiveness sometimes, my Jersey, New York attitude towards things.
You can't be blamed for that.
No, New Jersey sucks.
You can't be blamed for that. Shut it.
Hey, it sounds like we have the same relationship as you two, except we've already moved in with each other.
There you go. Hey!
We could just find an apartment building that had two apartments that were next to each other, but you know.
It sounds like a cat, like the Friends. Yes, we're gonna be friends.
We could do like one of those, like, what's it called? It's not. Is it mother-daughter? What's the like? I can't think of it right now.
Grandma suite.
I know what you're talking
Like a
about.
grandma suite.
In-law.
Yeah.
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 I
We'll
think in a way you're not like really moving forward, but we're both so independent and a little bit older that we're like.
right. Yeah. We'll live in the basement with like a linoleum floor.
Linoleum floor is great.
Yeah.
That would tear out the carpet.
Right to right now.
Yeah, it's only going to cost $100.
Only $100.
Yeah.
And fun fact, before we let you go, as I know the chicken is just right now, we were asked actually yesterday live on the show who our favorite guest was of so far, and aside from obviously the Godfather Justin Badger Wozni and the Tipsy Traveler Elyse Eisen.
I thought it was Miss Russo.
Or no, Miss Russo doesn't count at all.
Oh.
Uncle Pete's is better. We actually said that Millard Fillmore
Yes.
was our favorite guest.
Well, you know what? He might be resurrected again around Halloween.
Wow.
Ooh,
Okay.
A Halloween special.
Christopher 1 and Christopher 2, I'll be delighted.
You know, it is a full moon tonight, men. So.
Wow. Ryan,
wow.
Ryan, can you talk to Millard's people and get this in the works, please?
The full moon only affects the women, not the men.
Don't cook the chicken. We could do a Halloween theme. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Might have to have a Halloween after dance party as well. We could do that.
Yeah, we can actually have a Halloween party on Halloween this year as opposed to in July.
Oh.
I think I might because you can do early voting here in New York, I thought I might just make the scariest day of the year the scariest day of the year and vote on Halloween.
Oh, wow.
I like that.
Wow.
Well, cheers to you, Elyse, at Tipsy
Thank
Traveler
you.
on Instagram. We appreciate
Thanks,
you,
guys.
and Roger as well, and hope to see you guys, before the year ends.
Sometime in October.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Oh, we're in October.
We're in October right
The
now.
what is it? Day of the day?
Dia de los
Dios.
Dia de los
Isn't it
Muertos.
November 1st?
Is that November 1st?
I believe it is
The
the
day
day
after.
All right, we have some things to discuss. Thank you, guys. Love you.
Thank you.
Love you too. Wow.
Besos.
Assos.
Adios.
Whoop, dropped it, Ryan. That was Elyse Eisen at Tipsy Traveler on Instagram or tipsytraveler.com. Also trademark, fun fact.
Oh, she trademarked it?
It is trademark.
Oh,
yeah.
good for her.
Yeah. As Instagram, every time we kick someone off, refuses to properly format, so I have no idea how this looks. Follow CMG. It's actually my initials.
Wow.
They might know me.
You're
Bora Brazil,
famous out in Brazil now.
Tudo bem, Tayochimo. We don't really know what's going on right now on our end here, as we still see stuff on the bottom, and it probably will just kick us off. But shout out to Elyse Eisen, our favorite travel and real estate PR expert, all the way in Brooklyn, New York. The third time she's joined us, actually.
Oh, today the third time.
Yeah.
What a charm.
Yeah, I think after coming on Quarantine with the Chris's again, she'll probably get back up to 600,000 followers, as unfortunately she lost some since she hasn't been on our show.
It's a tough time without us, Chris.
Tough time.
Yeah.
Quarantine with the Chris's, we do this every day that ends in Y. That does not start with S, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'd like to fix our hair and thank our sponsor again.
Yes, today we're sponsored by Turby Twist.
Ooh, the twist.
The twist, drying one's hair and keeping it off the back of the neck. Actually, my hair feels so light right now, Chris. I feel like I could run through a field of daffodils.
Really?
Yeah.
Daffodils.
Yeah.
You don't say.
I did just say that.
No,
Yeah.
you don't say.
But I did.
But you don't.
Oh, I guess I don't.
Oh. We're quickly running out of time, but since we have our third live ever studio audience, we'd like to also thank our community cause and support them. And finally, Instagram just fixed itself as we have a 2-minute countdown here at the Quarantine Quarters live in Los Angeles. Operation Period, go to operationperiod.org or at Operation Period on Instagram. Please go support them, doing great things. For only $3, you can provide a month's worth of menstrual products to someone in need throughout the world. Go to operationperiod.org today.
Yes, operationperiod.org today, or on the gram at Operation Period. Thanks for tuning in today. Catch us tomorrow with one Pam Wiz.
Pam Wiz.
Yes.
Shout to the New York Jets, who are somehow still winning right now. We have 1 minute left. We have a live studio audience today. How do you come up? Come on up.
Hey, Mom! Hey, everybody! Quarantine with the Christians. This was a goal. We did it. We did it.
This is Justin Badger Wozni, for everyone who doesn't remember him from season 1 and season 2. The godfather of the program. He was our first ever guest. He's been on the show more than anyone. He's moving to Boston, which I believe is still in Massachusetts, on Tuesday. As I hold his hand, he's COVID approved, so I can do this.
He's taking a jet back home.
Yeah, he's
They're
got
gonna fly it back.
Yeah, 40 seconds left. We're going to let him finish the show.
Well, everyone, it's very important for you to know that today is a wonderful day. And this show was a wonderful show. And I'm going to give you guys a message right now with I don't know how many seconds I have left. But please, I don't care who you vote for, but vote. Do it. You got to. I don't know if you watched it, but you got to. I'm out.